Hey guys, buddy Glasgow here. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be about the Alabama election last night, where Ward Moore was defeated by Jones. But it was a very narrow victory, less than a 1%, like a 0.9, 0.7% victory, which I figured it would be very close. Now, why you came to me? Your buddy here. We talk about the truth here. We're not like the mainstream media. Like MSNBC, CNN, all of them who are going to blow this fucking victory out for nothing. This victory is a very hollow victory for the Democrats. It's already been well reported that he's a lame duck senator, and they're going to vote him out in 2020. So he's only going to have to be there for 2 years once he finishes up the time that's on there now. This was not a referendum on Trump. All the voters who voted said they are for Trump. Alabama is a deep red state. They love President Trump. What this vote was actually for was actually against McConnell. You know, this the Senate leader. There's a vote against him. A lot of the Republicans admitted they stayed home because they didn't like Moore. They weren't sure on the allegations and all sorts of stuff. And quite frankly, as a Democrat, and even myself, as if Moore had won with this razor thin margin, I wouldn't be gloating too too big. But we have to understand, like I said, despite my videos, I was not a Roy Moore fan. I was just treating things fairly. And if you watch my videos, you know when it comes to sexual harassment allegations, I've been defending Democrats too. Because they're allegations. So I've been defending both sides. The voters didn't want to give McConnell an excuse to try and challenge their vote, which pissed them off. It cost the GOP a seat that they could actually technically spare right now. Not by much. It just means that now the Republicans are going to have to get their heads out of their fucking asses in the Senate and pull together, at least for 50. They can still spare one vote. But it means they got to pull out their heads out of their ass more. Roy Moore was a very flawed candidate. He has a history of everything he has won. He's won narrowly, whereas a regular candidate has dominated. A Democratic candidate had people down there. Now, I'm not from Alabama. You guys vote how you wanted. And for some reason, you guys wanted Roy Moore more than Strange, or was it Booker? I think the other guy's name was Booker. You got the candidate you voted for, and you wouldn't pull him across the line. So, it's not a referendum on Trump because Trump didn't support Moore. He supported Strange. And Roy's just a flawed candidate. And here's the thing, what's to say about the Democratic Party? You have that flawed of a fucking candidate, regardless of the allegations. Let's get rid of the sexual harassment allegations from him, just throwing those out. He was still a flawed candidate. And you can't even eke out not even a 1% victory. Let's even say a 2% victory. You can't eke more than that out. You still got fucking problems. Turnout was still low. Republicans stayed home. They wrote-in votes, which may have been a factor. They're saying right now a lot of write-in votes were a factor. So it's almost like a lot of Democrats, but some Republicans just went Democrat because they couldn't stand to vote for Roy Moore. And quite frankly, towards the end there, even I was a bit, like I said, I'm not a Roy Moore fan. Even I was a bit against what he was saying. I mean, there's no point he's like flaunting, like, yeah, I can go in there and there's nothing they can do about it once I'm elected in. And he's like trying to put on a bit of a personality, like an attitude. He's not Trump. That was his problem. He ain't fucking Trump. He's a pretty good while-long politician. So he couldn't afford to be that cocky, and he wasn't. It cost him. So the loss really doesn't mean anything. Now, I'm going to throw out a bone, okay, to Jones. If you want to even try to survive beyond the 2 years, here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to break away from your fucking Democratic Party and start trying to help pass some of these agendas. Even if it's just for the 2 fucking years. After 2 years, and if you get a chance to get fucking reelected you'll get a chance to get reelected because of this, and then when the next 8 years come around, go back to the party if you want to. But if you want to survive it and keep that seat for the Democrats, because, like I said, people saying you ain't going to fucking win re-election, but here's what you do. If you want to have even the slightest fucking chance, because despite what the networks and the Democrats are touting, this does not turn Alabama fucking purple. It doesn't turn them blue. You barely won. So, what you need to do is you need to go to D.C. You need to step up to the plate right off the bat. You need to go to in front of fucking everybody and implore your fellow Democratic senators. Stop this absolute obstruction crap. Stop the obstruction crap. Agree that Mueller's probe has found no such thing as collusion against President Trump. Call for that to fucking end, because you ain't gonna find nothing. And then tax cuts should be fucking pushed by the time we get in there. Push for immigration reform. Okay? Then push for that. We need to start working with the president and our comrade Republicans to get this nation running again. And that will get you running. If you have to agree with the GOP on good things that's good for the country or good that your constituents have, whatever your constituents want in Alabama, you better fucking vote for. Vote yes. Don't vote for the fucking party line, because it's going to fuck you over. If you do that for the next 2 years, because tax reform should come, they're getting ready to vote for it. That'll drive up the stock market. You're going to get more jobs coming in. That's going to make your people in Alabama fucking happy. You do those 5 things, you'll have a good chance. Stand a chance of re-election. If you just go in and be an obstructionist for the Democrats and don't do shit and try to stall Trump, which Alabama loves, you ain't got a fucking prayer. So it's going to be up to you, Senator Jones. Now, back on to more. That's my advice for Jones. You better follow it. Now, on to more. People are giving him flack for not conceding. Well, it's such a razor-thin margin, I wouldn't concede either. I'd wait till the 100% tally comes up and then concede. See, this is different than, and I would say the same for Jones if it was vice versa. I wouldn't concede either when it's this close. You shouldn't. Now, if it was like a 20-point fucking lead and it was a clear fucking blowout, then yeah, just fucking concede the race. But with it being close like that, I could understand wanting a recount. Had it not been such a blowout for the primaries or the general last year between Trump and Hillary, I could understand her wanting a recount, but Jesus Christ, there's a blowout. There's no point. So, that's understandable. Now, what did you do? There's been talk about, does he try to countersue these ladies and what happens with these allegations? Here's what I would do if I was Moore. He's probably got enough cash. I would get me a pro bono, I would get me a couple lawyers, and I would countersue these ladies. This is how you're going to find out if all these allegations are true or not. I would countersue all these ladies to make them prove it. Remember, they're allegations, there's no proof. The one that actually had proof, the proof is gone. I'd come out, drag them to court. You're going to have to, because with all these allegations going on, someone has to stand up for this stuff. Some man has to stand up to it. Stand up to court, make them fucking prove it, and find me fucking guilty. Okay, and then when you get all the acquittals, or the no contest, or they change their fucking story, walk out to Alabamans, right on fucking television, right on national television, and say, look, I was found innocent. You cost me a seat for these false allegations. Now you got something to go against the Democrats and these ladies. Whether you get money back from the women you countersue or not, doesn't fucking matter at this point in time. It's to prove a fucking point, because from now on, because they couldn't do it with Trump because they had too much fucking power, and a lot of those were caught out fakely. I'm going to fucking guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, right here and now, come the 2018 elections, don't be fucking surprised when if all the Republican senators and congressmen that are up, all of a sudden amazingly get sexual allegations pointed to them. Because this is going to try and be the Democrats' playbook. We've already seen it. They had to go get, now, is this good or bad for Republicans? I say it's kind of a good thing. You know, now you don't have this McConnell. Too many fucking M's in the Senate. You now have McConnell. Won't have to try and do an investigation. You know how to have that bogged down in the Senate. It's kind of easier for the Republicans now because they don't have to deal with it. Fuck, you didn't even get elected. We don't have to worry about it. Doesn't matter. So, it's more of a blessing and a relief for the Republicans than just a loss. Because they're going to reclaim that seat in 2020 anyway. They just got to deal with whatever Jones does. And like I said to Jones, if you want a good chance for elections, you follow my advice. Otherwise, you might as well just fucking, well, forget it, and they're just going to toss your ass out in Alabama. And if Jones did what I said, he could actually now start making a platform for the Democratic Party, because they don't have fucking one other than Trump's bad. That shit don't work. You've won one special election compared to the other 4 or 5 losses. That ain't a fucking referendum. You got a big fucking huge loss column, Democrats, in special elections so far. You got one win, and it's not a big fucking win. Nothing to celebrate. Nothing to write home about. So, that was my advice. That's my analysis. What do you guys think? Like and subscribe down below. And as always, you guys take care, and I'll see you all next time.